But you know, it's good, isn't it though? The person who would always act strong by saying that one day choose to disappear at long last. So I guess that now I'm all alone once again. Guess that I'll just do my homework as I always do. My observations of these other underage kids. I've been listening in to urban legends that people tell of a murder monster, not old enough or young enough, we're only kids. A girl kept on a forbidden love and twisted up the truth, even fabricating facts. Wasn't there ever somebody like that? A girl's heart had yearned for someone to love her to the point that she grew into a monster. Yes, in the end she also was only a kid. There also was once a girl special who called her what she was, living every day a hell, and would just draw her pictures by herself. They all were just kids like that. We're kids just like that, yeah. Who couldn't find the words to speak, the feelings they'd only started to grasp. There were kids like that. There were kids like that, yeah. A girl was talking to herself on the rooftop today. She muttered something while wearing a blank look on her face. Within the space of a locked-up classroom, a suffocating place where terror and fear rules, there's someone who closed off her heart. Another kid wearing a headset. The scenery that spreads appears to be a similar world to the last one. Fantasies a lot like reality, isn't it? There were kids like that. There were kids like that, yeah. For whom every day seems to be the same, under the weight of which they could collapse. There were kids like that. There were kids like that, yeah. Today as well, the girl was standing on the roof again. Eventually she headed home and sadly hung her head. It's worthless anyway, and sure doesn't look that great. So why don't we just throw it all the way into the trash? There was somebody else who had said something like that, but even so, she herself looked pretty lonely as well. The girl who each day had to forget, who broke the pocket where her memories were kept, and the boy who chased after her were also kids. It's me who loves you, she'd say as she lied, like painting herself over with a new girl every time, living a life of ever-changing love. The girl who would pretend she didn't notice, the absent-minded boy only ever had his eyes on some adult she doesn't know she was a kid. Again, like usual, another night falls, and it's only then that he ever recalls the warmth of the hands he once held in his. They all... Everyone had something. Wrong or unhappy as they may be, they had something. But how about me? I have nothing. For so long, I've been so empty. Oh geez, I'm kinda jealous. They were kids like that. They were kids like that, yeah. That girl who's standing there in tears, the girl whose name I've never even asked. She's a kid like that. She's a kid like that, yeah. The girl standing on the rooftop, her yellow sweater there on her back. She's a kid like that. She's a kid like that, yeah. I'll say something today to the girl there in front of me. I'll say something that even I myself don't believe. Hey, don't do it, please.